What?
Just so you know.
All right, white man.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Art and Susie Show. My name is Suzanne.
I'm Art.
And we are so freaking excited that you are here with us today.
Freaking.
Yeah. Listen, this is new to us and we're learning and we're excited about learning. We're really excited about learning. So this week we are going to talk about some of the questions that interracial couples are tired of hearing. And I do want to say all of our videos are not going to be about interracial, but we are interracial, so it's going to be a pretty big factor in the whole thing.
People seem interested. It's kind of
it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's different.
Yeah, and
so,
keep in mind too, it's more than, we'll talk about race a little bit, but as
Yeah.
with any relationship, it's not just that. And I have learned,
and different is
you
good.
may already know this, that our combination is the rarest of
But
all.
becoming very popular.
And in terms of marriage, it has the highest success rate or the lowest divorce rate.
What?
Just so you know.
All right, white man.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm excited about that. I don't think I knew that until just now. All right, so we're going to start with a couple of questions, like I said, that
Kind of set the stage.
will set the stage regarding that. And the first question we are going to start with is,
Wouldn't it be easier to just date someone of your own race? Why are you looking at me?
answer it.
Why am I answering?
Okay.
I
All
can
right.
answer it.
I told him, I said, most of these questions are targeted toward whites.
You think?
Yep. Wouldn't it be easier to date somebody in your own race? We are more apt to accept
You being
you being white.
Jamaican or being black?
All right, well, that's a whole nother story, child. We're going to get into all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then whites would be in accepting blacks in their family.
That would
Yeah,
be
come
true.
on. Yeah, you
Come
know
on,
that's true now.
put it
Come
out
on
there.
now.
It's true.
Woo. Okay. And so, with that, all right, let me answer that question. Wouldn't it be easier? Who's going for easy? I mean, well, you know what? White people go for easier.
We like easy. It's supposed to be easy. No problem.
I remember when,
Oh boy.
yup.
Here
I
comes the
remember
bus.
when Artie and I were dating first, right? Oh boy, I don't even know what the situation was. You have to understand, this guy made me date him 7 years prior. And
Broke up,
then I
got back
had,
together, broke
yeah.
up. I went to Seattle, got
Yeah.
together, broke up.
And then I had to dump him. Yeah, because
Yeah.
couldn't have my daughter watching this craziness. I was 6 years old, as you learned in the other videos. However, easier? That is a question really for him.
Easier, absolutely 100%. It would have been easier.
Wow.
But I think there's some context to that because that's all based on how I grew up and what I knew. Now, maybe somebody who's white who grows up in a more diverse community, it may be no big deal.
This is true.
Because
This
it
is
could
true.
be more accepted.
Right.
Where I grew up,
But I don't think the question's being asked really of those in more diverse communities where it's more accepted, blah, 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 blah.
I think these
yakka
are just
yak.
random questions people might ask.
Okay.
So, would it have been easier? Yeah, absolutely it would have been easier because then I wouldn't have had to go through all I went through and I imposed upon you, because we were mixed,
Yeah,
growing up where I
yeah.
grew up. So certainly it would have been easier. I've never been one to do easy just because it's easier. To me, that would have been a compromise.
Yeah.
And actually, it was an individual I was dating in one of our breakups, I think after the one you broke up with me, who looked at me because I wouldn't stop talking about you and told me, I think you still love her. And it was sort of one of those, oh no, you're right.
You're
so I
right.
couldn't shake it. So I tried easy, I tried running, I tried, okay, this is too difficult. And it was more than just race. I mean, it wasn't just about
Right,
that. But
right.
in the end, I was like, I can't not do this. And I had to come get you.
Yeah.
You were gracious enough to say, okay, let's give this another shot.
All right.
So in answer to the question, long story short, yeah, it
Yeah, it
definitely
would be easier.
would have been easier because it wouldn't have been something I had to think about. But the flip side of that is there would have been no growth. Like I've
Exactly.
experienced.
I can't even tell you the growth process that we both went through and the man he has become. It's just incredible.
That's a part of the growth process.
Right,
but
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
So
my answer.
that's your answer. So, you know, in my answer, I think at first when I saw him and the thought hit me that I really like this guy, the first thought that came to me was, I don't want to be doing this. Not this you and me against the world thing. Yeah. Not doing that, because I was now in America where I knew what the climate was. And so I thought, maybe that's not for me. However, in getting to know him, it was a no-brainer. It was an absolute no-brainer. I saw the struggles that he was going through regarding, you know, making that decision, considering the fact that he was not exposed to diversity like that, and diversity in such close contact. And I did not want him to struggle, and that was the reason I dumped him. It was like,
some of that was because I really liked you.
yeah,
And that was new to me. You know, I've been in relationships and yeah, this is cool, but there was, I don't know, with you it was different. That scared the bejesus out of me.
bejesus.
Bejesus.
Yeah.
Because it was real. You know, that was a big part of what scared me as well. So.
Right. But I was willing to let him go. I was not going to be in a relationship where, first of all, I was a closet girlfriend, or I was somebody to force myself on someone who would not make a strong choice. It was important to me that it was me and not, hey.
Choose I will.
That's it. And choose, boy, we'll tell you that story. Choose he did. And we'll answer just this one question. There are 8 of them, so come back for the next one. We're going to tell you in the next video how our families felt about the whole shebang. And that should be interesting. What do you think? So, what we would like you to do is to like, subscribe, please, and comment.
Good, bad,
Good, bad, and ugly.
indifferent. Oh, that should be interesting.
So, you know, with that, we're going to tell you, as you know, to stay strong
Stay together.
and stay in love. We'll see you next time.